I did a Zoom 101, like virtual call, what to do to look your best, about a week ago, and I got such a huge response. I wanted to bring an expert in to talk about what to wear on your next virtual call. So I brought in the lead stylist, Diana Alford from Rep My Wardrobe, who is going to help us look our best for our next virtual call, whether you're on Skype, Zoom, whatever platform you're using. She wants to make sure you look good, and we're going to talk about how she could do that for you personally later. But Diana, thank you for trying out this new platform with me.
Thank you so much, Kara, for inviting me to do this. I'm excited. Yeah, this is great.
Let's dive right in, okay? You had some great tips that I never really thought about, but the whole point is look good, feel good, right?
Yes. And I really think, when you have those calls, your interviews, whatever it is, the virtual calls or a virtual interview, whatever it is that you're prepping for, really treat it the same way as if you were going in. So, it goes back to if you put yourself together and you look good, then you feel good, which in turn really boosts your confidence, which is what you need whenever you're not being able to actually physically sit in a room with someone. So really some of those first things before even putting your outfit on is, let's get up, move around, get your blood to flowing. You know how if you sit for too long, you start feeling that fluff, a little puffy, you may have a little baggage under your eyes, things like that. So it's really important to just get up, move around, get your blood to flowing. And then also practice talking. So I live alone with 2 dogs. If you have kids and stuff, or a significant other, you're probably already practicing your voice, but no one wants to get on a virtual call and you sound like you just rolled out of bed. So if you're sitting and not talking, singing something beforehand, you can have that throaty, I like to call it the Scarlett Johansson froggy sound. It's raspy. So really important to get, prep your voice, get moving. And then again, start how you're getting ready just to go in to see someone. So take a shower. It helps with, I don't know, even though people can't smell you, it's still so important that it just the heat or the cold, whichever way you prefer to do it. I honestly start with a hot shower and then finish with a cold because the cold just rejuvenates, right? It puts just a shot of energy in. But yeah, it's so important because that wakes you up. It really draws in your focus, and then you're ready to start your day and get ready and actually move into the outfit part of it. Yeah.
Someone once told me that if you run cold water over your hair, it's supposed to make it shinier at the very end of the shower. I have no idea if that's true, but I go with that, and that's what I tell myself.
Yeah. No.
And then it kind of wakes you up too. And I think that's a good point when you talk about your voice and not kind of moving around. There's going to be a lot of people who are going on virtual job interviews, right? So this isn't just your next virtual call. We're talking about job interviews and putting your best self forward. You got to be awake for that.
Yes. And again, no one you can tell when someone has not been moving around. And the fact that you're not getting that physical connection with someone, it's so important to be very alive and aware and awake. So it's okay. You can see me doing my eyes and moving. It's okay to be a little more, just demonstrative in your actions when you're on a call like this, because this is how you're connecting with someone. You're not sitting in a room. You can't laugh and touch their shoulder or point and be ha, ha, ha. So you need that energy. So you have to manifest it inside of yourself and bring it out so that you have that confidence again and to put your best self forward. So yeah.
Okay. We're prepped and ready to go. So let's talk about what to wear. I was surprised at how many questions I had specifically about what to wear. And I think a lot of times it's kind of having been in TV for 14 years, people will ask me, what should I wear on the show? And, it's become second nature after being told for so long. And now you're sort of on TV in a way, right? I mean, because you're doing this virtually. So what are your suggestions?
Yeah. So one thing to remember about this is sometimes the camera, the angles and stuff can add a little weight to you. So
yes, true.
Yes, it really does do that. But you need to be cautious about the colors, the patterns, and what you're wearing. So let's start with full outfit. You need to make sure you're wearing, even your shoes, just as if you're going to meet someone. We've seen so many funny stories about people not being dressed, right?
Don't even get me started on the Good Morning America guy. How do you do that? You're in your underwear.
Oh man, AKA shorts.
Mhm.
That was the best part. But yes, so you don't, even though you may see a certain side of like on the camera angle, sometimes the views are a little wider than what you may actually be seeing. So just don't get caught with your pants down.
Okay. Hey, I wear heels when we go live from the show. I
Yeah.
wear heels because it just puts me in that work mindset.
Right. And then too, you need to practice wearing your pants and your skirts and stuff that goes around your waist just to make sure we're not expanding and gaining weight through this quarantine time as well. So it's a good little weight check for you as well. But yes, the full outfit's so important. Then let's move on to color. So I chose to do just a solid background to give an idea of what something like basic is. And it's totally okay to do a solid background behind you. What you need to make sure of is that you're not blending. So I wouldn't have wanted to wear like a cream or maybe even a light brush or blush or a gray blazer because I just would have blended right in with this plain wall behind me. So really think about your color scheme. Also, it's okay to wear color. Like you don't have to be like I love that you wear color, which is
I
great.
tried to, I read your notes. I wanted to make sure I was adhering to the rules.
Yeah. So it's okay to wear some color and some pattern. Because again, think about how you're showcasing yourself. This is a way to also just present your personality. So it is, it's okay to do that. That being said, don't go too crazy. Like I'm wearing a small check. It's blue and white check. Has a little pop of red under here, but again, my hair is down, so you're not getting too much of it. But color is good because cameras sometimes can wash you out too. So I say don't stray away from that. Just be cautious of what your background is behind you so you're not, blending in. Adding a pop of color is good with like putting on a lip, a bold lip. Like I have a red lipstick on, but it's not like crazy in your face, but it still adds a little color. So let's talk about just like some classic pieces, button down silk camisole, easy go-tos for layering with a blazer to kind of elevate your look. If you're a gentleman and you're wearing a suit jacket and a button down shirt, you need to put the tie on. Like you can wear a sport coat and a button down with it unbuttoned a little and no tie. But if you're wearing a suit jacket, you need to go ahead and finish it out with the tie. So just
Okay.
for our gentlemen out there.
And accessories can always be that can be kind of a challenge, even on TV. I mean, we used to be told don't wear anything big. You don't want it to distract. Those rules have sort of loosened up a bit, but I know a lot of times when you're doing these virtual calls, therefore maybe it's more corporate or you're doing it for like a job interview. So how far can you bend those rules on bigger, maybe not always better? I know we're in Texas, but
right. So what I think of is, you want the attention to be on you, and it's okay to accessorize. And also you need to be dressing for the role or the job that you're going after. So you really need to take that into account. If it is, like a banker or something a little more conservative, then you want to go simple. The biggest thing is you don't want to draw the attention away from you. So if, today I kept it pretty simple because I have color on. So I just have like a very dainty necklace and I just have just a simple little stud, nothing crazy. So if I were to have these dangly big earrings that are moving every time I'm talking, people are literally going to be doing this, like watching your earrings. So just something like that to take into account. It doesn't mean you have to be boring. Just be thoughtful and considerate of what you're putting on, how it's going to move. Practice all this too. Like, how does it look, like putting it all together? Like you can lay everything out, a whole plan and everything, but you need to do like just a test run by yourself with a friend, a peer, somebody to just see how everything looks.
No, it's a good point because you and I have done virtual events together before. And what I don't think people realize is even though the virtual event starts at 12:30, we're logging on at 12 o'clock to make sure that we've got all the kinks worked out, or at least as well as we can, right? I mean, there's always practice makes perfect.
Yeah. And I also think like, don't get hung up if there is a hiccup or something, because stuff like that happens. But the more you can prep yourself and prepare yourself, the more confidence you're going to have and the better you'll feel going into something. You won't have that unsure feeling of, is my tech going okay? What's happening? So yeah, we can talk more about like how to put it all together. I think, putting that your finished or final look together, you know, you need to steam and iron. Like, let's make sure like you can see wrinkles.
What do you prefer? Because I cannot iron to save my life. I feel like I always get a dot, so I invested in a pretty good steamer.
Yeah, I don't even own an iron anymore, but you still have people that are, you know, they love that crisp, especially men, if they love starch, like the steamer isn't the best thing for them. So but I love and value my steamer, like, and that's something you invest in. Just a side note, people invest in the steamer. But yes, you can see the wrinkles and stuff in and through a video call. So don't think you can like cut corners by like not maybe steaming the front and not your sleeves. Like, no, just do the extra work. It's literally like you're going in and you're seeing them. So take time, like go through the whole process with your hair. You want to get up, you want to blow dry, you want to style it. I tend to wear my hair pulled back a lot, and I've been trying. Sometimes that tends to look like you're not making an effort. So
this is the first time I've seen you in a while with like it all down.
Right? Yeah. So I got up this morning. I took a shower, I blew it out, I did a little straight iron on it, like, and you just feel so much better when you like really put it together. Now, after this call, it'll go back in a ponytail, slick back, because that's just me. But, right? But you want to present yourself. And so I have been trying to like not wear it as pulled back as much, just so it looks like I've made the effort. And then on your makeup, like, here's the thing with camera, what I've noticed is, and also think about it when you go and you have photos, you do family photos or whatever, headshots, they're always like touching you up and adding to. So you lose your contouring and your blush and your bronzer. So go heavy on it. It's like, I remember someone used to say, go a little extra thick on your blush and your bronzer, because it's what wears like throughout the day. Mm-hmm. So by like midday to end of day, you're looking exactly like you wanted to look all day. So you may feel like a little heavy on the contour and stuff is like a lot, but you have to do those tips and tricks for it to portray through, to even look like you're wearing makeup. Because even looking at me today, I'm like, oh, it doesn't, I look like I have a very neutral look on. But if you have a lot, listen, it's way more than what I normally wear day to day.
Well, and what I like to do as well, and I did this before we popped onto the call, is I really think it's important to like pull your camera up. You can do that on your computer and kind of look at the shot and like see how it is. Because sometimes I'll look at it and go, oh man, you're right, I need some more of this, or I need some more of that. So or I need to take away.
Yes.
Usually I need to take away. I get a little crazy. But that goes back to like your next thing, which is testing the technology. Yes. I will tell you, I'm going to hide this. I'm just going to be honest, because this is my first time using this StreamYard. Your name is up there, and then mine is like, where's my name? My name is virtual. It's okay to have some of these things, but the whole point of testing the technology, that is something. And then I would assume you're talking internet connection too.
Yes, all of it. So even in account for your lighting, like where you're sitting, how, if you don't have your lighting right, we see this so many times, Kara, when we're doing all these workshops and stuff, and we have guests come on, you see shadows and things like that. So you want to test your internet connection, the platform that you're using with someone, whether it's Zoom or FaceTime or Hangouts, whatever it is, you want to do a test run of that. So making sure that your camera, like even like, where's the angle? Is it up? Am I looking down? Like, right. You want to have all of this figured out before you're actually live with them. So whenever you come on, you're good to go. So do a test run, play around with your makeup as well during that time. That way you're getting it a full circle of how the whole setup is. It's a good way to like play with your backgrounds too. Some of these, virtual setups have the option to put a fun background behind you. And, I utilize some through Zoom, but don't feel like you have to go that far. It's fine to have something just as plain and simple behind me than to have the fussy. I love what you like, Carrie, your setup's always so great because it's very neutral, but it has like pops of colors and stuff, but it's not busy. It's not super busy. So it doesn't distract away from you, but it's warm. It's like a warm setting.
Oh, goal achieved. And honestly, I do take that into account as well, and looking at when my husband and I shot that video that I mentioned earlier about like Zoom 101, a big thing was talking about like people are looking here. They're
Yeah,
not as concerned with what's going on in your background. So make sure that what's happening here looks the best. I
right.
mean, obviously you don't want to have some craziness happening, but yeah, to your point, that makes sense. And I wanted to mention too, I think a lot of times this can be overwhelming. I'm hoping the tips that we shared help. But Run My Wardrobe also has a virtual styling experience that you've been doing now for some weeks. And this is a way to get you in people's closet without having to leave your house.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, we normally would do an in-home styling session, but we pivoted with all of this with COVID and really went virtual. And so in 25 minutes, it actually goes so fast, but I do everything at rapid speed, and you'd be amazed at what we can get through and accomplish during that 25 minutes. We do a little bit of closet organization, outfit curation, and then I really help educate where you need to invest, where you need to pull back, and just kind of lean in with each individual a little differently based off of what their needs are. But I could even see like the 25 minutes is a perfect amount of time to help someone even like prep for an online call or a virtual interview, whatever that is. $25, 25 minutes, like that's simple fix to get you like good and ready for that virtual appearance.
I was going to say, we've been on for about 15 minutes or so. We managed to get through all of that. So I believe you would still have 10 minutes to spare.
Right?
Well, thank you for being with me today and trying this out and sharing your tips. I feel like you cannot watch this and not take away the fact of how you could put your best face forward next time you're on a virtual call. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Kara. I really enjoyed it.
I'll see you virtually next time.
Yes, you will.
Stay silent.